I told myself I wasn't going to do another salt project. Yet here I am. Oh yeah, that's working. I like that coarse look. That's good. Here's my casting mold. It is the lid to a gelato container. So I'm going to mix up 3 pumps from each resin and hardener and see where that gets me. Oh, it goes translucent. I guess I didn't even think about that. Right. That's what salt does. As far as simplicity goes, a salt cellar is one of the simplest things you're ever going to make. It is basically just a cylinder with a cavity in the middle. We're going to turn this between centers. So since this is only 2 inches thick and I want to get the maximum capacity out of this vessel, I'm not going to turn a recess or a tenon on it. I'm going to try to preserve that capacity. So I'm just going to attach this with hot glue. And just give it a little bit of time to set here. Look at that. Hot glue. Yeah, still holding strong. But screws came loose. And with a good scraper, you don't have to do a lot of sanding. Gotta like that. Here it is. The cellar is basically complete. It just needs a lid. And you can see that I sanded it all up, and it's got a nice bowl-shaped interior there. It's certainly not what I envisioned, but that's one of the beauties of working with mixed materials, is that you never know what you're going to get. I poured this at 10 o'clock this morning, and it is now 3:30 in the afternoon. So it didn't take very long to set up, and it's quite rigid. And to mount it, I'm simply going to use hot glue. After it worked so well on the other half, I don't see why it shouldn't work on the salt side as well. Interesting. That is salt coming through there. So, we'll see. The mold here actually had this HDPE, so that is actually right here, and there's a divot. But I think those are both kind of funny, so I'm going to keep them. It does need a little bit more polishing though, so I am going to go through the micro mesh with it. Alright, here's the scene. We have got our salt cellar, our salt lid, and an aluminum nail. Don't need the head, don't need the tip, and this is how it works. Goes into a hole that is 1/8 of an inch and a corresponding hole on here. Now it's a little wobbly, so I figure we need to secure this somehow. The best way would be to secure it on the top, and that way we can take the lid off. I'm just going to use a little CA glue. Alright, put it back into the hole. And that feels much more stable. Just hit it with a coat of lacquer. Just don't finish the inside. Here it is, my salt cellar. I actually ended up adding a magnet so it catches. This actually came from the firewood walnut, and epoxy and salt mixed together. I don't know if it's my favorite, but it's interesting, and it was definitely fun to work with. So, yeah, and I mean it when I say this time, I'm not going to do any more salt projects. We'll see. Thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe.